It was written by our producer, Chuck Cabell, directed by Beth Clements, Sallie Walker, sorry.
What?
Yep, that lady right there. And it's a wonderful Celeste. What?
What?
What page are you on, Warren?
No. Thank you.
I think you got things.
But it was directed by me. It's been a long day.
That was weird. Okay.
Anyway,
Come with us now.
it's a wonderful celestial comedy drama that answers this question of what lies between heaven and hell, and often the answer is a singles bar. So we present Come Here Often. The scene is the Blotto Grotto Bar in Stillwater, Oklahoma. It is 5:30 p.m. on a Friday evening. Stoffie, sporting horns and a tail and rather shabbily dressed, all in black, is seated at the bar going over some notes. Gabe, a somewhat overweight older man with a pair of ratty-looking wings, is shabbily dressed all in white. He comes in huffing and puffing on the arm of a young woman, Rafaella, also with wings, who helps him walk to a bar stool next to Stoffie. Gabe sits agitatedly for a moment, trying to catch his breath. Donna, the bartender, is polishing a beer glass. She is unaware of any other presence.
Oh, relax. You look beat. This isn't going to be another Casa, you know. Just an ordinary married guy putting some crude moves on some babe he's about to meet here. I try to talk him into it. You try to talk him out of it. No big deal. Happens every day. One night stand, everyone goes home feeling guilty, but happy. Besides, you know you haven't got a chance against me anyway.
Oh, have a heart, Stoffie. You know how overworked I am? The big guy just didn't make enough guardian angels, of course. He made plenty of high-order psychophonetic twerps like Dominions and Thrones. They got it made. All they have to do is keep the big guy happy by telling him how great he is all the time. Not like us working stiffs.
Oh, easy there, Gabe. You get your wings all aflutter and I'll have to carry you home again.
Yeah, I know you're right. But whoever figured Earthlings would breed like that? Worse than rabbits. This stupid planet has over 7 billion souls to take care of, and my caseload is in the hundreds of thousands now. I'm exhausted. You think the big guy's idiot thrones or dominions will tell him how bad things really are? Woo, no! They're gonna keep telling him what they think he wants to hear. No wonder we're losing that fight.
Yeah, well, we're lucky. We get to pick and choose, you don't. Guardian angels are assigned to watch over humans at birth, and you are stuck with them forever. You guys are regulars. We're more like gorillas. When do you get to retire, anyway?
I'm hoping right after this case. Oh, by the way, this is my replacement. Name's Rafaella. Rafaella, meet Mephistopheles. Everybody calls him Stoffie.
Well, Mrs. Stoffie's, I've certainly heard about you. I'm honored.
No, not the Mrs. Stoffie's, Rafaella. A lot of us are named that. No, just a devil second class. Just a couple of rungs up the ladder from imp and demon. I don't really expect to get any higher. Hell has its politics too, you know.
You're right, of course. I'm named after a famous one myself. Maybe I'll be famous someday if I work hard enough. But I'm a bit confused. So far, none of this is going like I was taught in Guardian Angel School. I expected you and Gabe to be at each other tooth and claw. Figuratively, of course, since none of us have a real body. But you guys seem more like buddies than rivals. What's going on here?
Well, I'll tell you what, kid. We was all over each other when we was younger. We took each victory or defeat real personal like. Kept score and all. Thought the other guy must be cheating or when he racked up the W.
Oh, we had some real knockdown dragouts, all right. Hated each other's guts for a long time, but then we learned from the unions. Try too hard and everybody gets mad at you. Like you're raising the bar too much and everyone is expected to jump to the higher level. Don't try hard enough and your bosses get pissed off at you and cut your retirement benefits. So we figured it's better to keep some sort of rough balance, cooperate, and graduate.
So a funny thing happened. Not sure when, not like it was some big obvious turning point or anything.
Oh no, after a couple of thousand cases or so sitting opposite, on opposite shoulders, we quit snarling at each other and became, what's the term, frenemies. And now we're just plain friends. You know, I'm gonna miss you, Gabe. Hope this young gal here isn't too tough on me. Hope you remember the time that
Hold
we...
on, Stoffie. Here comes Loverboy Walter. Let's make some room for him. Mind moving over one? Listen and learn, Rafaella. Hope you don't mind me. Hope you don't mind giving me this one, Stoffie. Not too easy, though. I have to at least look like I'm trying hard. I'm getting too close to retirement to screw it all up now.
Hey, Donna. Wanna make me a vodka martini? I told the wife I was working late tonight, so I don't want to go home with alcohol in my breath. I was over at the mall today and started chatting up a real cutie named Maisie. I hinted I might be here after work, and she hinted she might drop by too. Might get lucky, Donna, my gal. Just might get lucky.
Frankly, well, little buddy, I think you're nuts. I've never met your wife. You've never brought her here, that's for sure. But I've seen her around. She's an attractive lady.
Yeah? Well, maybe you've seen her around, but I sure haven't. She's in real estate and works a lot of nights and weekends. Ever since she got her broker's license, I'm lucky if I get to see her a few times a month.
Yeah, well, I know real estate's a tough racket, especially these days. But I'm telling you, Walt, you keep this up and you're gonna lose her. And for what? Some of the babes you brought in here? But I don't know. But hey, none of my business, right?
Woo. Gotta go tap a kidney.
Another thing, Rafaella, this isn't our first rodeo with old Walter here. Yeah, he's pretty much ruled by his Johnson. Doesn't much listen to either of us. So, we just kind of go through the motions. Everybody's happy. Sometimes he scores with the babes, sometimes he doesn't. However, it turns out one of us gets to take the credit. You're lucky, Gabe. Your last case here could have been a Cossie.
Wait a minute now. That's the second time you used that term tonight. What the heck is a Cossie?
Oh, sorry. Case of special interest. C-O-S-I. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does, woohoo! Look out. What it is it's just like it sounds like. One or the other of our respective bosses or their underlings takes what you might call a special interest in the outcome. Could be Lucifer, just wants to show the big guy he can't just be pushed around and wants to make a stand. Maybe some sure expected to get promoted to Seraph and was passed over and wants to assert some power. Makes them feel good.
Yeah, word comes down through channels. So when elephants start stomping around, no one in the jungle is safe.
But you see, Stoffie, and I figured that out a long time ago. We used to, shall we say, a mutual communication, accommodation when one of us gets handed a Cossie. So far, it's worked out pretty good.
But what happens when both sides drop a Cossie on you at the same time?
Oh, you have yourself a smart gal there, Gabe. Learns fast.
You're talking about a Cossie Doble. Actually, they're pretty rare. Both sides try to avoid them like poison. See, the big shots really hate to lose. They don't mind us peons losing a Cossie here and there, giving something to rag on us about. But when their own precious cosmic eagles are on the line, it's a different story. But no Cossie Doble is for me or Stoffie yet. We've been lucky so far. Knock on wood.
Shudder to think, Gabe. Shudder to think.
Shudder to think, Stoffie. Shudder to think. But definitely no problem tonight either, boys. Piece of cake. Nobody's interested in Walter. He's a total cliche. We've been through this 6 times with him already. Same pickup lines, different babes. Gotta hand it to him though. The guy's got something. But like I said, no problem tonight.
Well, it's time to go to work. Let's get it over with. Look, Walter, who could blame you, huh? I mean, you work hard, you deserve a little, relaxation and have certain needs, especially a big, handsome stud like you. That gal over there is going to come in and fall all over you, huh? Am I right? Am I right? She hasn't got a chance. You're actually doing your wife a favor. She can't really handle you so well anymore.
Jeez, Gabe. Gabe! You just gonna sit there? Walter looks like he's already about to pee or do something else in his pants. Isn't the game over already?
Not by a long shot. First, there's an advantage to going second. People tend to remember the best thing they've heard last. Second, I get to whisper in his right ear.
Wait a sec, how does that help?
No, Gabe's right. It's not fair, really. Two things. First, the left side is considered sinister. You know what? Sinister in Latin means on the left. So just the fact that my whispering goes into the left ear carries a certain caution with it.
Whoa. Okay. Okay, I sort of get it. And what's the other?
If you want to get someone to do something, you ask them in their right ear.
No way.
Oh, it's true. People are better at processing information when requests are made on the right side. The big guy set the rules, and he insists I sit on the left. Like I said, it's not fair.
Yeah, but admit it, Stoffie. It's a lot more fun being bad. So, like I
Gabe
was
trails off as he realizes that no one is listening. Walter continues to sip his martini, but all other heads, including belatedly Gabe's, have turned toward the door. Their jaws are agape in wonderment. Now, standing just inside the entrance is a man dressed in a dazzling white suit. He is strikingly handsome and radiates power. When Gabe speaks, it is in hushed and impressed tones.
Whoa, Stoffie. You too, Rafaella. I never thought I'd see such a sight. I got 9 choirs of angels in at the top of the seraphim. That's a seraph. A seraph. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, that's Bethel. You know about the Archangel Michael, right? That's Michael's very own brother. He's magnificent. Look at that. 6 wings. 2 covering his face, 2 for his feet, 2 for flying. Woohoo! Wow. He's so bright he's hard to look at. I wonder why he's here.
I've got a bad feeling about this, Gabe. You may be looking at a Kasi after all. It looks like he's on his way over here.
Bethor glides effortlessly and with great dignity over to Gabe and Rafaella, ignoring Stoffie entirely.
And who are you two scruffy-looking specimens?
As Gabe introduces himself, he kneels and kisses Bethor's ring. He stands up but remains in a stooped, subservient position.
Your Grace, Gabriel. Of course, I'm not the Gabriel, as I'm sure you know, but, and by the way, this is my assistant. Kneel down, Rafaella. Kiss this ring, but try not to slobber all over it. And this is my assistant, Rafaella. Get up, Rafaella. You can get up now. I want you to know I am honored.
Yes, I know. Look, I'm very busy and just want to get this over with. I presume this drunk here at the bar is one of the subjects in question? And your job is to dissuade him from consummating his tawdry assignation with our second subject, a young and foolish woman who has yet to arrive on the scene. And I presume this disreputable, foul-smelling creature over there is your infernal adversary. Well, not that I owe you to any sort of explanation, but I am here to advise the young woman in question not to succumb to the sexual blandishments of subject number 1. She is the niece of a cardinal who is already in trouble for the sexual predations of certain clergy within his bishopric. The church would rather not have his situation aggravated by exposure of his own niece's promiscuity. But since she's not here yet, I can profitably use my time going over some of my last-minute notes. I'm addressing the High Council tomorrow. When she does arrive, I'm sure I can straighten her out rather expeditiously.
Bethor sniffs ostentatiously, sits down at the far end of the bar, and soon becomes absorbed in his notes for the High Council.
Well, that was pathetic. How low should I bow, Your Grace? Shall I kneel, Your Grace?
Let me kiss your ring, Your Grace. Let me kiss your ass, Your Grace.
Jesus, never catch me doing that for anybody. Well, we got us our Kasi, Gabe, old buddy.
What are we gonna do, Stoffie? If Macy was calling in now, I'd blow it for sure. I'm too nervous. I try whispering in her ear, I'd sound like a babbling idiot. But I just can't blow this. I can't blow this one. I mean, That's Bethor. Bethor, for Christ's sake. I screw this up with Bethor watching me and I could blow my whole retirement. You gotta help me, Stoffie. You just gotta.
Oh, all right, Gabe. I'll take the dive. We've been pals for too long for me to desert you on the eve of your retirement, but I really don't like it. Guy at the end of the bar there is an officious prick who really should get his comeuppance, but not by me, at least not today. But I tell you what, Gabe, my actions here are really giving evil a bad name.
I don't know how to thank you, Stoffie. Maybe when this is all over, I could put in a good word for you.
Yeah, right. Don't do that. I'll be busted right back down to imp. Okay, I'm sure you do the same for me.
Stoffie's thought is interrupted by Rafaella, who is tugging hard on his sleeve. He looks where Rafaella is pointing and gasps. Then Gabe looks too in astonishment. A spectacular woman in a slinky black dress has just appeared inside the door, taking in the scene with her hands on her hips. Even Bethor looks up from his notes before returning to them with a bored look on his face.
Well, Stoffie. Who is that? That can't be Walter's friend, Maisie.
Oh, what was
Get a hold of yourself, Stoffie. Whatever happened to Mr. Cool? I've never seen you like this.
Stoffie, in his agitated state, knocks over Walter's drink. Walter looks around bewildered, shrugs, and wipes up the mess with his napkin. He motions to Donna to bring him another. The distraction gives Stoffie time to recover somewhat.
Can't believe it, Gabe. That's Lilith.
So, that's Lilith. What's the big deal?
Lilith, my little miss, used to be one of us angels, but she disobeyed God and was transformed into a demon on the spot. Kind of lost track with her after that.
Well, she's not a demon anymore. She worked with her way up through the ranks until she's now the highest ranking female devil in all of hell. Right up there next to Lucifer himself. We're not in Kansas anymore. If she heads our way, my guess is that got ourselves our first Casa Doble and all bets are off.
Oh, God.
Oh, look out, here she comes.
Lilith vamps over to the bar. She gives Walter a hip, knocking him off his bar stool. And Lilith takes his place right between Gabe and Stoffie. Walter picks himself up and looks around in a daze, seeing nothing out of the ordinary.
I don't know what Donna's putting in her drinks, martinis these days, but they sure are strong. Think I'll go tap a kidney again.
Now, boys and girls, clue me in. Give me the lay of the land, so to speak. Oh my. You two must be the good angels assigned to the loser who just left. Gabriel, is it? But you're so capable looking and handsome. It seems impossible that someone as young as you is getting ready to retire. And this must be your replacement. I'm glad I'll be working with the woman Walter is supposed to meet here instead of you. Little old me wouldn't have a chance against you two. And you? Oh, so good looking. You, our dear Mephistopheles. We searched through all of the nether regions to pick out the one we thought would perform most brilliantly and with the greatest dedication to champion our righteous cause. Lucifer himself will be watching, and I'm sure you won't let us down.
Oh, Your Excellency, you know you can count on me. I will work so hard to make you proud of me, and it doesn't matter that Lucifer might be watching. I'll do it for you.
I think we're in trouble, Gabe. Mr. Let me kiss your ass, Your Grace. Is it so tough when it's him talking to Lilith instead of you talking to Bethor?
So what are we gonna do, Rafaella? I'm getting very panicky here. I just know I'm gonna be way off my game, and I can't afford to be. Not now. Not with so much at stake. We haven't got a chance against Lilith.
Lilith raises Stoffie from the floor, gives him a peck on the cheek, and goes to sit next to Bethor, as Stoffie nimbly climbs onto the bar stool, caressing the spot on his cheek where Lilith kissed him. Bethor stops reading his notes and begins to chat with her. Their body language toward each other is a little hostile at first. Gabe and Rafaella are deep in conversation and do not notice.
Well, Gabe, think a minute. You say we haven't got a chance against Lilith, but I think we have a couple of things going for us.
What, Rafaella, what?
For one thing, Walter is getting pretty tight. By the time Maisie gets here, he may not be, shall we say, up to the task.
Nope, won't work, Rafaella. You don't know Walter. I've seen him a lot more placid than he is now. Somehow he manages to pull it all together when the babes walk in. Sobers right up. It's amazing. But you said a couple of things. What's the other?
Well, haven't you noticed? Bethor seems to be immune to her charms. Maybe he can pull it off.
Well, maybe, but I don't know.
Gabe finally looks around and notices Lilith and Bethor. They have warmed up considerably and seem to be smiling and touching one another more than is necessary or proper. Rafaella notices also.
You know, I heard a rumor that Bethor and Lilith had a thing going on before Lilith came over to the dark side. Bethor might have feelings left for her and that he's deliberately not showing. I thought his ignoring of her when she came in instead of seemed a bit contrived, actually. No. I think I've had it this time. This might be a good lesson for you. Though, Rafaella, not many are exposed because they doubly first time out of the box. You're lucky. Don't. Here comes Walter again. Let's at least make it look good. Hey, Stoffie?
Showtime, Gabe. I believe it's your turn.
Stoffie positions himself behind Walter's left ear. Gabe remains seated for a moment and then takes a position on Walter's right ear. Rafaella, meanwhile, exits without anyone else noticing. As they see this taking place, Bethor and Lilith stop chatting and slowly move over to be next to Gabe and Stoffie respectively, so they can kibitz upon their performances and help out as necessary. Maisie still has not shown up yet.
Look, Walter, why are you doing this? Maybe Clara's not as old as you, not as young as she used to be, or attractive, and maybe you're a man, at your age.
Gabe, what a great sales pitch. That should make him rush right out the door into her arms. Oh, Walter, just think how wonderful it would be to drown in all of Maisie's young, beautiful flesh. Think of the intoxication of her sweet breath and the animal sound.
Not away, Mephistopheles. Look at Walter blush. You're really starting to get him going.
Hold it, Lilith. You know we're not supposed to get involved with someone like that. Our assignment is Maisie. We're supposed to wait for her. The peace agreement signed between God and Lucifer after the Great Rebellion makes it very clear.
Supposed to. Supposed to. Don't talk to me about supposed to. I thought you were supposed to support me in that little disagreement I had with God. Did you? Fat chance. I was thrown right into hell as a born-again demon, and where were you?
Walter, you and Clara have been married for over 20 years. She loves you. What are you doing in there?
Oh, shut up, you miserable worm!
Hey! You can't talk to one of my frontline troops like that.
Oh, now you decide to stand up for somebody. Well, why not me when I needed you? Thought you loved me.
Well, maybe I did once.
Well, they did too. And then Eve hands Adam an apple and no more Eden. But they just got kicked out of the garden. I got kicked all the way to hell.
No, let's
Talk
face it,
about
Walt.
unfair.
Claire doesn't understand you. How sensitive you can be.
I thought you just walked out on me. Do you have any idea how bad that made me feel?
You You have no feelings, you six-winged toad. You in your sissy white suit. You
Bitch!
bastard!
At this point, Rafaella re-enters, and an attractive, middle-aged woman is with her. She heads right for Walter, and the woman puts her head on his shoulder. Instantly, the clamor stops, and everyone views the new, unexpected scene with questions in their eyes. Donna is the first to speak.
Hello, Mrs. Nelson. Or may I call you Clara? I've seen you around town a bit, and Walter has talked about you enough that I feel I know you. You know what, Clara? I've been bartending here for over 20 years, and I know two things. I can tell when people are in trouble, and I can tell when they love each other enough to dig their own way out of it. Both of these things are true in your case. Get him out of here and take good care of him. And don't say anything now, Clara, but you need to have a nice, loving talk with Walter when he's able to respond coherently. Good luck.
Hanging on to one another, Walter and Clara exit. Seeing that the bar is now empty, Donna exits as well.
Well, I learned something here tonight, and I'm ashamed of my arrogant and mean behavior. I pride myself on never losing control, but seeing Lilith again made me realize I am still strongly attracted to her, and I couldn't handle it. I believe I'll have some new proposals to make to the High Council. This stupid war has gone on long enough.
I learned something too. I go along with Bethor on the need to find a way to stop this stupid war, so I'm going to start working for that on our side. Meantime, I want to tighten up the rules against cosidobles. We could all have been in a real mess here tonight if it hadn't been for young Rafaella here. Stoffie, don't be surprised when you find a little bonus in your next paycheck. Goodbye, Gabe. Have a happy retirement. I suspect Bethor will have a little something for you as well. Bethor, I believe it's time for the two of us to become better reacquainted.
Oh, nice going, Rafaella. The rest of us were so engrossed in trying to force our traditional solution based on hand-to-hand combat that we missed the obvious. Take away the problem, you don't need a solution. How'd you do that anyway? And what happened to Clara's guardian angel?
Well, Clara's guardian angel was nice enough to think that I could handle the situation alone, so he didn't come with me. Or maybe he was afraid to meet Bethor. By the way, he's a real hottie. I plan to check him out again.
Well, hottie is not much of a compliment where I come from, Rafaella.
Oh, sorry, Stoffie.
And so?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I was listening when Walter talked to Donna about Clara. He seemed more hurting than horny. Donna felt it too, as you can see, so I ducked out and hustled over to chat with Clara's GA. And then we worked on Clara together.
You know, that's contrary to the agreement, right? Not to mention that you were taking on hell of a chance with Clara.
Yeah, I know. But I figured the situation was desperate. And you're right. Clara was highly pissed off, at first. She checked Walter's computer, found Maisie under Love Bunny, and tore her a new one. She stormed over here with me whispering to her all the way. I worried that she was gonna brain Walter with a bar stool, but you saw what happened when she saw him? I think they're gonna be okay.
And clearly you're gonna be okay too, Rafaella. In fact, you're already okay. You did more than avert an escalation to the war. You may have helped us make a move toward peace. I can fly off into the sunset without a backwards glance. Maybe I can buy that new harp with my bonus. Yeah. Stoffie, Rafaella, I believe it's time to blow this joint.